OSU, less than 3 weeks away from kickoff, 18 days to be exact. Tonight, we turn our attention to the Cowboys offense. Some key players are gone, but the most important piece is back. The quarterback, Spencer Sanders, the fourth-year starter, ready to hit the ground running in 2022.
I feel like we are really moving fast right now, and it's not just about me, it's about the guys up front and the receivers, they got to make sure they get to their alignments. Offensive line's got to make sure they get set. Running backs got to know the play, protection, and all that. So really, it's not even just about me moving fast, it's everybody. I feel like everybody's moving at a great speed right now, and I love it, We can be the fastest offense in the country, so as long as we just keep getting better every day.
Dusty Dvoracek joins us now on the desk to talk us through Oklahoma State's offensive expectations this year. But I'm going to turn to you first, John. Spencer Sanders has been there, done that with his Oklahoma State offense. Does he need to have a career year to have a winning season?
Well, it'd be nice. Yeah. And maybe, as Dean mentioned during the commercial break, a career year for him would be really good. But really, when you start with Spencer, for me, it's narrowing the focus. Don't try to make the hero play very often. And you heard him reference tempo, fastest team in college football. You can go fast and have success with him at the controls. Ask Notre Dame about that. Ask Baylor down the stretch in the second half of that Big 12 championship game when the Cowboys had struggled most of that game. Tim Rattay, the quarterback's coach, has been invaluable for Spencer Sanders. There's consistency there. There's trust there. When I talked, Dusty, with Spencer during media day, which, by the way, we get the whole one-on-one on that on our First in Football special coming up later this month. I got the sense of someone who's very comfortable with where he is right now, and you would hope so, given all the time he's put in.
Continuity as well. Now, Casey done been there a couple years. You mentioned Tim Rattay's huge. Consistency is key, though, for him at the quarterback spot, taking care of the football. Look, he showed that the latter half of last season. That's why he was the first-team All-Big 12 quarterback. I think he can do that once again. We have a legit quarterback competition for the backup, by the way. Rangel's been on fire, got that big-time arm. But, man, Gundy, he's been outstanding as well. Smart, can burn the blitz. Both these guys stepping up and showing out. I think overall the offensive line's going to have better depth. Preston Wilson at center, Hunter Woodard at guard, Jake Springfield at right tackle, all been playing really well. I think that excites everybody within that room. And wide receiver room, I just think they're loaded with talent. Braylon Presley, I'm told, making some big explosive plays this week in practice. And keep an eye on Braden Johnson. Coming back, he's hungry, he's having a good camp. I think that position group in particular, Dean, can be really good for the Cowboys.
Yeah, it could. It could. I've got something that's kind of crazy, though. Spencer Sanders was first-team All-Big 12, leading OSU just last year to rarefied air. One numbskull prognosticator expert ranks him the 37th best quarterback in the nation. No comment. How good? Well, the transfer portal really has helped this offensive line. They'll be fine. A dip at running back, I do think a little bit losing Warren. Depth and rookie with Shetron and Presley are both of them, John, at receiver. I think they'll be really good again. Same bottom line, fourth year. Will Sanders cut down on his out-of-nowhere losing plays? I expect him to see fewer of them. And as you mentioned, John, Tim Rattay, that first year really didn't have much success with him, but that was the first year, and it's gotten better every time. So I do agree with you. That's a factor.
Certainly is.
Jaylen Warren, great for Oklahoma State last year, come from Utah State. The running back this year looks to be Dominic Richardson. How big of a season does he have to have?
Well, the biggest thing for him, because of his running style, is you want him to be able to get the carries that you're going to need from him. Like Mike Gundy says, I'd love it if we can give it to him 18 times in the season opener. But he will tell you, as he mentioned on media day, I'm not afraid to run over people. And sometimes, Dusty, when you do that, then you leave yourself exposed, and sometimes you don't get back up as quickly.
Got to be healthy, right? You have to be. He's going to be the bell cow. I do think it'll be running back by committee, but Dominic Richardson, he's had 2 games where he's had 20-plus carries. 20 last year against Tech, 23 his freshman year against Baylor. We went for 169. He's shown he can do it. I think Ollie Gordon, the freshman, we've seen him, just his stature alone is going to wow people. So I think he's going to factor in as well. But this is going to have to be some other guys step up and be some complementary pieces, because the best thing to help Spencer Sanders, we talked about, to line up and run the football, Dean.
Briefly, I just feel that OSU is so established in some areas, and one of the positions happens to be running back, that whoever is in there or whatever group of people that are in there, they're just used to succeeding. Yep. And they say, why not? And I believe they'll come through.
You can go fast with Spencer Sanders at quarterback and look for the tempo to get pushed.
You have a great running quarterback there with Spencer Sanders.